and women's rights highlight our second timeline as we illuminate the 1800s.
I've been recognized and discovered. I'm like a chameleon during the Civil War. I'm proud to say I am Emma Edmonds, one of the 400 women to be enlisted in the Tennessee Army. I am Emma, fading to white while everybody else fades to black, who is burning camouflage, shriveled hair, and who can change to a mystery maker in a split second. Underneath it all, I just wanted to be someone, and achieving success back in the 1860s was easier for boys than girls.
At the dawn of the Civil War, our nation was in danger of crumbling unless I stepped up to the leadership as president. When I did so, my enemies started to weep. Strong, sturdy, courageous, confident. No one could say Abraham Lincoln gives up, and I didn't. The memorial in our capital city shows my countenance as being deeply caring and tremendously affected by the war. It's a shame I never got to see the aftermath of the reconciliation.
Women in America have not always had the right to vote. That's not right, I thought. I wanted to be the one to fix that injustice. Even when I was a teacher, I discovered male teachers were paid 1, 2, 3, 4 times more than women. I was, well, very upset. My family guided me towards what was right. Was I successful in gaining women's suffrage? I think the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin answers that question.
After proving my courage as still a young boy, my people named me Tantaka and Taka, Sing Bull. Maybe the reason I never smiled because I was always at war with the American government. I was a great leader. Others tried to look to me for advice. I convinced the Sioux, Cheyenne, and the Arapaho to join together as one, to not give up our land. I had a vision that I would be victorious over the American government. Victory did occur, but I lost my land and I lost my life fighting for freedom.
In the 1890s, there were very strict rules about what could go into a painting, especially if it was created by a woman. My whole life I've been kind of impatient and a rule breaker. When I became an artist, my competitors would say, Mary Cassatt, bright colors only belong in the center of paintings, how dare you put them elsewhere. In time, the famous male impressionist painters invited me to paint them. People began recognizing me pictures of families, babies, and people actually enjoying themselves. I was a rebel in the impressionist movement, which itself was an earthshaker.
Roll on, big, muddy, cried the old steamboatsman. Hey, Mark Twain, they called to me. Boats up the river as I kept my steamboat trucking towards New Orleans. I love Mississippi so much I wrote a book about it called Life on the Mississippi. See that picket fence in the portrait behind me? Read one of my classics. Tom Sawyer, find out how I lived with my friends. My lifetime spanned 2 Halley's Comets, and I brought a lost miles clear everywhere.
Hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and fires. All these tragedies of nature rip people's lives apart. When people have no hope and are desperate, the organization I founded, the American Red Cross, is there to make things better, to make sure the sun shines again in their lives. I nursed fallen men from both sides of the Civil War. Caring for my brother's serious injury at an early age set my journey, the journey of Clara Barton. My legacy is the agency that nourishes hope and renewal, the American Red Cross.
I'm as smart as a busy bee, scrambling around for a flower. I'm intelligent, I love to learn, and oh my, I am so bored in school. What to do when all I can think about is creating inventions? So I did. Today, the name Thomas Edison is associated with the light bulb, the telegraph, and the photograph. One of my inventions captured my assistant sneezing, one of the first images of a human being on film. Isn't it amazing that nowadays you and I can take hundreds of digital photographs in a day? And it all started with my distinctive solemn mind.
Did you know that I can hold my breath for 5,000 seconds underwater? I needed to do that for my most famous tricks. I was like a rampaging dragon tearing out a meteor hanging straight for the sun. I like to pull coins out of thin air and turn a candle's flame into a handkerchief. Put me in a straitjacket, wrap me in chains, no problem. I am the great Harry Houdini, the world's most magical magician.
Boats and trains, a pet monkey, and 72 days to circle the world. Sounds outlandish, right? But I'm Nellie Bly, a firecracker, always surprising people with what I could do. I got the name Nellie Bly as a pen name, and my job as a reporter. I was upset because women weren't allowed to do everything men could do. I was determined to help. It was no surprise that I proved that women can. Can everybody please close your eyes, plug your ears, and silently count to 10. When you are finished, open your eyes and unplug your ears. Ready? Begin. For those 10 seconds, you felt how I, Helen Keller, feel every single moment of my life. Silence washes down in waves. Darkness flows down my blank eyes constantly. Eager, heroic, and persistent, I have shown people that if you set your mind to something, you can conquer the impossible. With the help of my supportive and encouraging family and my teacher Anne Sullivan, I was able to read, talk, and write. You might be surprised to learn that I graduated from Radcliffe College with honors and wrote 12 books in my lifetime. My brain is like a light bulb, learning and picking up new things all of the time. I am a lifelong learner and teacher. I have influenced many blind and deaf, hearing and seeing people all around the world.
My hands were cautiously illuminated by the light bulb always working in my head. Little did I know in my half-dark childhood that my name, Anne Sullivan, would forevermore be linked with my most famous student and friend, Helen Keller. W-A-T-E-R, water. Water was the breakthrough word that Helen connected with the meaning to something. Then I was able to teach Helen words by signing into her poem and eventually teaching her to speak. I helped Helen learn how to talk by putting her hand on my mouth and in my mouth so that she could feel the vibrations and the shape of different sounds. I helped Helen do what no one, including Helen Keller herself, thought she could do: communicate.